OnlyFans still belong to me. Got my money up, living on my dream. Smacking all these hoes, spread my energy. Say she got a man, don't feel her needs. Bad little bitch cold, made a nigga freeze. What's good, everybody? I'm Brandon. Today I'm about to do another video. Today I'm about to do another video from VinnyTube. Somebody calling me. My phone way over there. Fuck it. This one right here is titled Top 10 Most Impactful Hand-to-Hand Combat Anime Fights. That is a long title. I'm ready hopping into it. Y'all know that actually the hand-to-hand combat, I fuck with the hand-to-hand combat. Don't get me wrong. All the other combat is fire too. Sword, when they use swords, that shit is hard. But hand-to-hand combat, I don't know. It's something about it that's just like, oh, fuck, this is fire. Y'all know that's true. Y'all know that's true. Anyway, I hope all of y'all have a good day. Have a great day. I fuck with y'all, man. Y'all my homies. Remember that. I don't care if you feel like you ain't got no friends. You ain't got nobody that like you. I fuck with you heavy. Y'all my niggas, man. I don't care if you white, black, Latino, fucking across the whole world. Any race, any nationality. It don't even matter. You my nigga. I fuck with you. I'm ready hopping into this. Let's go.
Well, what do you know? Top 10 hand-to-hand fights in anime, Volume 2 blew up. I think everyone's rare.
Oh, I finished JoJo Bizarre Adventure. I need y'all to let me know what's another good anime to watch.
For more anime fight scenes that involve
JoJo Bizarre
good old
Adventure
fists.
was fire.
So here we are. I heard you. And if that last video wasn't enough to quench your thirst for anime brawling, then this video will be perfect for you. After having gone through more than a dozen hand-to-hand fights in anime, why not come back for more? I mean, throughout its colourful history, anime has more than its fair share of hand-to-hand fights to keep the list going for many volumes. So for now, we take a look at 10 more amazing instances that show that anime is just not all about swords and guns.
Shit, the ones you were showing in the previews, they all look beastie.
Now here's an anime that you may not have heard of, and I don't blame you. Nomu isn't exactly the most popular show in the shonen-dominated mid-2000s, but its 12th episode gave us this gem of a battle between Karasu and Fuko. It's a classic climactic beatdown between two combatants done in Nomu's signature art style. Now I'd say that the animation and the overall feel of the thing can be an acquired taste, but few can undermine the tension surrounding the whole thing. The music helps a lot.
I like the animation like this sometimes, you know?
As do the cuts to different scenes mid-fight. For me, the fight itself only tells half the story, but with something like this, I wouldn't be surprised if some people would start thinking otherwise.
This fight looked tight. Assassination Classroom?
9th place on the list is Nagisa versus Garma. I think that this fight is one of the best ones in Assassination Classroom, even if you put the hand-to-hand qualifier away. In addition to it being a great fight as a fight, I also think that the emotions flowing in this fight really work in its favour too. The fight was back and forth at first, with Garma giving some painful-looking beatdowns on his less physically inclined opponent. Nonetheless, Nagisa has heart, and you should never count out a determined fighter. In the end, Garma concedes defeat in one epic turnaround. Until now, people still debate on whether Garma let Nagisa win this one or not. I think that the anime is leaning towards that narrative. Then again, Garma is the better one in terms of actual fighting, but there's no way that another fight between the two would be that easy to call.
Full Metal Alchemist.
In the 8th spot, we have Edward Elric versus Greed. Now the question is, which Edward versus Greed fight? Well, the one from the original FMA. A lot of people think
maybe I'll watch Full Metal Alchemist. I did hear that this one is fire.
Brotherhood's praises, but I think that the original FMA had its shining moments too. One such moment is the fight between Edward and Greed in episode 24. It seems to be one of the great underdog fights in FMA. Edward spends most of the start of this fight getting his ass kicked thanks to the sudden transformation of his opponent and the fast attacks in which the latter came upon him with. The eventual comeback does begin when Edward forces a fist-to-fist deadlock, and he finishes the battle with a good old stab through the chest. Not many remember the original FMA compared to Brotherhood, but this fight's really something to remember it by. Truly one of the best fights and moments in that series.
It looked pretty beastie.
We don't really see a lot of people talk about Kazuma Ichigeki, but I think that it's a nice cool short film that you guys might want to check out if you've got some time to spare. For me, the highlight of this movie as far as fight sequences go is the battle between Kizuna and Giant Gaga. The battle's short but intense and is a nifty example of the classic David versus Goliath style fight. Fast and agile, Kizuna spends most of the fight
You're right, yeah. David versus Goliath style, you're right.
and
That's a
delivering
good.
quick strikes while creatively using the gigantic opponent as terrain to deliver some more complicated
I can't think of the
moves.
word.
Giant Gaga
I'm
struggles
trying to pay attention. I'm sorry. That's a good description of it, you know, to say David versus Goliath. Duh. You see, I'm over here talking about, oh, that little kid, low-key look beastie. It's a David and Goliath style
tiny
fight.
opponent
like
and
that.
is finished off by a punch to the forehead. Maybe giants really do have a weak spot on their foreheads. Overall, the fight takes a little less than a minute and is short but sweet.
Damn, that's hella short.
Sixth on the list is another moment from the Cowboy Bebop movie. Wow, this movie sure has its fair share of nice hand-to-hand combat, doesn't it? From the same movie that brought us Spike versus Vincent, we get Spike versus Electra. Spike's infiltration mission is off to a rough start as he immediately comes face-to-face with Electra. Running into a woman who engages you in battle that quickly is tough for our hero, but it does make for some nice visuals for us viewers. The two go at it with everything in their disposal, which includes punches, kicks, and whatever props they can get their hands on. This is certainly an inferior fight compared to Spike versus Vincent, one we see later on in the film, which I featured in a previous list, by the way. Nevertheless, the short scuffle does give us some ample appetizer to the fights that are yet to come in the very same movie.
The Spike versus Vincent.
Sometimes you just gotta hand it to the animators, don't you? They just do their job too well and turn a niche show into must-see TV for some parts of the anime fanbase. For Gleipnir, its moment came in episode 2 with the battle between Shuichi and Hikaru. There's a lot to be said about the battle itself, but the moment quickly cements itself to the minds of the watchers thanks to the beautiful animation. This is something that you don't see in manga. It took up most of the discussions after the episode.
What is the difference between manga and shonen? I think that's the word. I be hearing a lot of people who's really into anime know the difference between that. You guys know I'm not like really into it. I'm just starting to get more and more into it, so I'm learning. But what do those differences mean? Manga and shonen, like
it elevated the show through the ranks of its peers in the season. It also helps that given the premise and the genre of the show, fans will be coming back for more. With Gleipnir's run still ongoing, let's wait and see if more of this will come our way. And I'll tell you, I have a good feeling it probably will. The fight put Gleipnir on the map of many anime watchers, and it's proof of what the power of animation can have in bringing to life or even pushing an already good fight to greater heights.
I just want to know why is somebody beating her up with a fucking panda bear mask on, but I'll leave it alone. What the fuck? That's so random.
For our fourth place battle on the list, we have Luffy versus Blueno. A memorable battle often comes with a memorable reveal, and I think that Luffy showing off Gear Second in his fight against Blueno makes one of the more epic scenes in the first 300 or so episodes of One Piece. The fight itself isn't too shabby, and I think that both fighters learn a thing or two following their skirmish at Water 7. It's more so for Luffy, who finds a way to break through his Dekai and manages to fight him on even terms with Soru. Then comes the grand finale, which is the reveal of Gear Second, a sign of things to come in the story with Luffy's abilities. There's also the nifty detail about Gear Third foreshadowing in this battle. It's something that you'll come back to and catch once you've gotten to the latter storylines.
I never got into One Piece. My Hero
Academia's first season ended with a banger of a final fight. We're at the cusp of the first season's ending, and what a way to end the arc with a climactic battle to demonstrate why All Might is rightfully the world's mightiest hero. The whole sequence deserves mentioning, as All Might didn't win the fight all on his own like some invincible anime Superman. He had some help from his students, and once all the distractions had been taken care of, it comes down to All Might and Nomu. Despite all of Nomu's endurance, an All Might with declining powers makes quick work of the villain, giving us one of the most iconic gifts featuring the legendary hero. If you can't get enough of All Might, he has a lot of other shining moments that you might want to see in the videos of this channel.
That fight on My Hero Academia, that shit was pretty dope, I'm not gonna lie. So, listen, I have Netflix and Hulu, so that's how I watch my anime. They didn't have all the episodes back when I watched it, so I stopped like season 2 something, I forgot.
For something that's flown under the radar for so long, Hikaru Noshita sure finds no shortage of amazing fight sequences. This time we'll take a look at the fight between Zhuge and Puppets. You've got to give kudos to the animators behind this anime project as a whole. This rooftop fight is really a joy to watch, mainly because of the smooth animation, the various camera cuts, and the sheer effort made in sequencing and choreography. The Puppets chase Zhuge one after another, and you can really get caught in the pacing and how swift everything is. If you're up for some smooth and slick fighting scenes, Hikaru Noshita is an anime that you should really check out. Unfortunately, we don't have an English translated version of it just yet, so you'll have to wait for a while. But this definitely is a series I'll be keeping an eye on for more amazing fights and animation sequences.
That fight looked pretty beastie. Broly versus Gogeta had really good hand-to-hand. They have really good hand-to-hand.
Danger to a lot of great hand-to-hand fighting, with it being a martial arts anime first and foremost. I think that Broly versus Gogeta is one of the best fights Dragon Ball in general has to offer, simply because of how intense and fast-paced it is. It takes a certain kind of special to catch your viewers and immerse them in the experience of such a fast and hyper battle scene, and this one does it very, very well. We all know how strong these two combatants are, so a fight between them has to have some huge expectations. Judging by what I just said a few moments ago, this fight got all expectations checked and then some. They say that you can learn more about a person or two by how they fight, and that saying definitely applies to this fight. It's more than lights and fireworks.
I thought some people didn't like it because of how...
Overall, this thing is simply a beauty to watch on the big screen, and seeing as how it captivated me so much, I placed this at the top of this list. Okay. I hope the list this time...
I remember when I reacted to that fight, a lot of people in the comments were like, I didn't like it, like the camera angles, blah, blah, blah. People were complaining about camera angles and shit like that. Me, when I reacted to it, I really liked that fight. I thought it was dope. The animation, the camera angles, how it was just like showing a whole bunch. I was fucking just into it, and I was intrigued, like, oh, like, you know, me personally, I liked it. And clearly VinnyTube did as well. Good video, man. Video was great like always. Your anime videos are always fire. That's why a lot of people love them. I love them too. Let me know what y'all thought down in the comments. I need another anime. I just finished JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That shit, yeah, man. I really like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That shit was fire. But I need another one. I'm telling you, it was called Devil something. It was something. And the fighting scenes in it were fire. It's Devil something. I forgot what it was called. But anyway, I'm going to see y'all next time, man. Peace.